Are you Brad?
I am.
How you doing, man? I'm Mike. This is my brother, Robbie.
Nice to meet you.
There you go.
I like to have fun. And it's whoever dies with the most toys wins. It's not money necessarily, it's just toys.
Do you have a lot of people bringing stuff in here?
Oh yeah, I don't have a sign out there that says Brad's Automotive. When some people go by, they're not 100% sure what we do there. And with all the old cool signs outside, they feel welcome enough to stop in and kind of, hey, what is this? Is any of this stuff for sale? I've held off for many years. Every once in a while, I'll let go of something, but
yeah. I'm
in my 60s and not gonna be running this place forever.
Anytime you have a building or a business open to the public, you're gonna get people coming by trying to buy stuff, but you're also gonna get people coming by trying to sell you stuff because they see all over the walls and outside what you like, what you're collecting. You're creating a trading post. This country club's pretty cool. Well, it's half a sign.
It's awesome, though.
Yeah, it's good. It's got the great graphic on it.
Or something.
Do you think there was maybe a privilege panel on the bottom of that or no?
That's what it looks like.
You only got half the bottle. So this sign was actually pretty damn big, man.
This is a tin sign, self-embossed. It probably had a privilege panel on the bottom that's been cut off. But there's no flakiness on this. This thing will clean up.
Where'd that come out of?
Decatur Swap Meet.
The sign says Country Club, but right above that it says Getz. Getz was a brewery out of St. Joe, Missouri that started way before the Civil War. Being from Iowa and picking there for decades, and Missouri being a neighboring state, I pulled a lot of stuff out of barns that was related to Getz Brewery.
This brand was reintroduced after Prohibition. They actually changed the name. That's when they rolled out Country Club beer.
What are you thinking on something like that? Is that even something you'd turn loose? Looks like it's been up there for a while.
It has. Well, I'm listening.
Hey, you called us.
Well, I called Danielle.
All right. 500 bucks.
You gotta remember the bottom's cut.
Yep. The great thing about the sign is that it had the bottle on it. It's got that image on it. It's gonna clean up and it's a good size. The problem with it is that it's not the size it's supposed to be. Half the bottom is gone.
It's probably worth 800 to 1,000 tops.
Yeah. 600 bucks.
I'll do it.
All right, cool,
I guess you talked me into it.
Thank you. Hell.
If it stays up here much longer, I may just leave it.
Well, we got a ladder or something? Look at Robbie. Uh-oh. Watch out. Whoa, look at that dad bod. All right, I like this.
All of a sudden, he just shimmied up the purlings there and was hanging on by his toenails.
I haven't seen him do this since 4th grade.
Woo! Oh, she's making noises.
Here we go, here we go. Look at that. Yeah. He's doing it. He's doing it.
Spider-Man.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I know.
My brother might walk like Frankenstein, but the dude just got a little spider monkey in him. I was really surprised. I'm usually the one doing all the climbing. What's that shirt right there that's chain stitched? Or a jacket?
I was afraid you was gonna like.
What's that say?
Look at that.
What's that say?
Muncie Dragway.
Muncie Dragway.
Get out of
Muncie's
here.
gone, isn't it?
1963.
Let me see
Look
that
at that
thing,
thing,
dude. 1963 class champion Muncie Dragway. This thing is so cool, man.
Put your arm in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it even fit. You see, you're scrawny, man. That freaking thing wouldn't fit me.
Yeah, I don't think it'd fit me either.
Yeah, that thing's bad to the bone. I like the front of it.
So how did Muncie Drag Coat end up down here? Because this is, I assume this is Muncie, Indiana.
It is. They call it Mid-America Dragway. Well, I grew up in Indiana, and
Where at?
little town called Portland is
Oh,
where
yeah.
I.
That's where the swap
yeah,
meet
man,
is.
that's
Yeah.
a scooter
Yeah.
meet.
I did not go to that, but they have the tractor show up
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
It's,
absolutely.
world renowned.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
And-
threshing meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I go to that.
Where'd you get this at?
Buddy of mine gave it to me. He's passed away now. We called him Fast Eddie, and he used to race motorcycles.
Was he the champion?
Yes, he was such a cool guy. It was good to hang with him because he was ornery. He's a wild man.
He was in high school and he was a drag strip champion. Imagine how popular this guy was with the ladies. Look at that, dude.
Man, fit you like a
Oh
glove.
my gosh.
Fit you like a glove.
Ah, what are you thinking, man? The thing I love about vintage clothing is the opportunity to tell people stories. This coat is an artifact of Fast Eddie's badassery. 300 bucks. I understand how, like, just how personal clothing is, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's tattooed the way something like this is, where it's chain stitched, and it's telling the story, and then you're telling me about him, it just like takes all of it around home and do a full circle. The only way to keep his story alive, or anybody's for that matter, is to continue to talk about them and share their story. And when you have a piece of vintage clothing in that mix as well, then the story's told over and over again if you're wearing it. You know, they're like, where did you get that coat? Whose coat was that? Tell me about this drag strip. What are you thinking?
$350, I guess, if you'll do that.
I'll gladly do it, man.
Because
I'll wear
he was my buddy.
I'll wear it. I'm honored that he would sell me this coat because it was a very close friend of his, and he meant a lot to him. It was a really cool moment between us.
And you're lucky it doesn't fit me, or you wouldn't be there.
Did you get those photos I sent you?
I did.
I met Ryan Adams in Nashville about 10 years ago, and one of the first things that he told me was about his pinball collection, how big it was, how long he's been collecting. And the guy is not just a musical genius, he is a pinball savant. He truly knows his stuff when it comes to these games.
Scuba, Bankable, and Nitro Ground Shaker are little pieces of gold here. Nitro Ground Shaker is from 1980. This is a good thing to know. This is an early solid state, so this isn't the EM version, which means that's a lot better. I need you to do me a favor and look at the flippers themselves, and do they say the word flipper on them?
Yep, they say flipper on them.
Sometimes people will pay hundreds of dollars just for those flippers.
The smallest detail can mean so much, like the flipper saying flipper. Who knew? Now I do. Now everybody does.
Bankable was the first pinball machine produced with flipper return lanes that allow the ball to roll behind the slingshot and towards a waiting flipper. First one ever. Modern pinball could not exist without the invention of in lanes.
That really improved the game because it was just by chance before that you'd get a shot with a flipper, but you get to anticipate its arrival and aim your shot, and it would increase your skill level, and it just made the game a lot more fun. And I didn't realize that Bankable was the first one to do that.
Ryan, what do you think the retail on this Bankable is worth in this condition?
Due to the rarity of it, even as a wedge head, you want to put about $200 to $300 into this. Once it's there, I would say you're flying above 2K. If you clean up that scuba and put 200 bucks into it and made it really pretty, you could get 12 to 15.
Okay.
And then I think Nitro Ground Shaker gone through would get 2,500 easy all day long. So that's the cool thing about EMs is like, this is it when we find them. Sometimes that's the last one we're ever gonna find. Nitro Ground Shaker, you're never gonna see another one in that condition, and you're never gonna see a scuba again.
All right, buddy, thank you for everything, man. If we end up getting any of these, I'll hit you up, okay?
All right, talk
Thank
to y'all
you.
later. Love you too, bye.
Peace. I feel overstimulated. Would you sell these 3 games?
I'd probably sell those 2. This one I'm a little hesitant on, but if the price was
What's your
right.
connection to this one?
The cars.
Yeah, I know, I can see
Yeah.
that.
But I got more than I need.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got too many when you start using them for tables.
What would you sell these 2 games for?
I'm thinking $1,000 a piece, $2,000 for the pair.
What if we got
So the
that?
money's really to be made on this one, because at $1,000 on this, you know, you're eking by it. Well, actually, you're right there, because $1,000 on this game, if this is 1,200 bucks after it's massaged.
Well, come back at me, or make
I mean,
an offer on all 3.
Well, I tell you what, I have no problem on 1,000 on that. How about 800 on that? 1,800. And then, what did he say? If that thing was rocking and rolling, just
25 all day long.
Woo! Man, it's got my heart rate up here a little bit.
18 on those 2. How much on this one?
I mean, where do you need to be to feel comfortable even letting that go? Or even want to?
3,500 for all 3.
That puts us at 1,000 and 800 and 1,700.
However you want to do the math,
Yeah,
but
okay.
yeah, 3,500 for all 3. All right.
All right, we did it. We got there.
We did.
We got there, man. Woo! I think the reason Brad sold us some of this stuff is because he saw that we had the same exact passion that he had. You know, at the end of the day, as collectors, we want to see our stuff go down the road to someone that loves it just as much as we did. I tell you what, I know those machines meant a lot. You had them a long time, and so,
Oh, yeah.
listen, it's so cool, you know, after having stuff for a while to put it out back in the hobby.
Bittersweet is how it felt. But I gained some cash, so I can go buy some more stuff. See ya.